What's up guys, Kevin here. Today's stretch is going to be a spiral line floor stretch. So we'll be stretching the right spiral line, which will be right leg, left shoulder. We're also stretching the anterior aspect of the right spiral line, which means the front portion being pulled up in this direction. So it'll be coming up the anterior tibialis right here, into the quad, into the hip, and then transferring over to the left shoulder. Good indicator, this is the tight side view, is if your right leg is rotating like this, it's turning in, it's a real good indicator, and the other seems okay. And also if you have a trunk rotation, if you're hanging from a bar, you notice how you start to turn in one direction. So it's really important to determine which direction you are being pulled from. However, if this is not the right side that you're short on, then just switch it up and do the left one. But this is right hip, left shoulder, anterior aspect. Okay, so it's a pretty hard stretch to target because we want to make sure we're getting this loop right here that goes underneath the foot and up into the front of the shin bone right here. Okay, so we don't want to stretch and elongate this side even further than it's going up the back of the hamstring. We want to get the front that's coming up the anterior tibialis right here. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to stretch this all the way up into my left shoulder. So what I'm going to do is start out in a 90-90, like so. I'm going to come on down here and grab the back of my ankle before I go any further. And really the bottom of the foot. And the goal being is I'm going to flatten out this portion that I'm holding with my hand. I want it flattened out and pressed on the floor, really stretched and opened up like that, as it's going to be behind me where you can't see. Okay, so the knee's going to be off the ground a little bit now, with the goal being pressing the inside of that ankle on the mat. Okay? Now we can start to bring the inside of the leg on the mat and start to press it and feel that stretch. Bringing the foot further back up. Really letting that the inside adductors come on down. And now, as the spiral line comes to the back of my neck, and down the opposite side, all I have to do is turn to the right. And should be feeling this stretch if we're doing it right. So every time I turn my head to the right, I'm stretching that spiral line. So I want to hold it right here. For about 30 seconds. Watching that lumbar hyperextension as well. That I'm not giving in and letting it come up. Keeping that tailbone tucked. Open that left shoulder up. I'm going to show you a different angle here. Looks like from this angle. And all this stuff pressed down. Be careful with your knee. All this stuff, the sartorius, might be very tight or short. Turn my head to the right and press the inside of the knee to the mat. Deep breaths, let the breath stretch. And good. That is one way we can stretch the right spiral line.